Now we're going to switch to the second case. You'll notice it's unlabeled. We'll label it later. But this case houses our mixer. Now our mixer has a couple of elements, so let me pull them out one at a time and introduce them. The first is a small portable mixer. This is the Mackie 402-VLZ3 mixer, and it's a simple 2 inputs for microphone. It also does 2 inputs for a line level, and it also does another 2 inputs for like a tape player or an iPod. So in a sense, it's almost a 6 input mixer, and we'll talk about how to use that. But for the most part, we're going to use this specifically because it has this XLR input that's very important to connect our microphone. So this is our mixer. It also has its accompanying power supply, which is a standard AC connector, and it has another little special 3-pin connector that goes in the back of the mixer. Too bad it wasn't a standard AC like computer cable, but this is the mixer. Let me just close the box here. Now next to the mixer is we have a very important microphone. This microphone is by Audio-Technica, and it's special because it has 2 parts to it. It has a special power module, and this power module uses what we call phantom power. It can operate using a 1.5 AA battery, 1.5 volt AA battery, but it's simpler to use the phantom power on the microphone, on the mixer. So what you would do to make sure that the phantom power is on the mixer, there's a little button called phantom power. We're connecting them in a little bit here. But then we have this lovely microphone. This is a lapel or lavalier microphone, and the lavalier microphone allows us to kind of hide a microphone so it doesn't look like a big microphone sticking out, and it allows us to get really close miking to the presenter of the presentation or the speaker, or for our case, our Wednesday night Bible study teacher. So let me show you how that simply works here. It has a little clip here that bites down, okay, and that allows us to tuck it in maybe to a shirt and clip, and also it's a long cable. So what I like to do is I like to put it through the bottom of someone's shirt, and as I pull the other tail through, I'm going to, I like to reverse it a little bit so I get a little bit of this extra cable right here, and I tuck it through. So I have this nice loop. I'll show you, I have this nice little loop here that I've created here. And just kind of tuck it in there, and I have this nice little loop. And then I go ahead and put it kind of high at the person's shirt. And then I go ahead and have this, now I have this nice long thing, and you go ahead and connect it to the connection there. It only fits in one way, so you can line the pins. And then I like to take this and give it to the person speaking. It has a nice little belt clip, so in case you want to clip it on their belt, and then they can hide the extra cable somewhere else, again, depending on the person. Or it's long enough if the person's sitting down, you can just kind of hide it out of camera. But that's the power adapter, and now we're going to connect this power adapter to the mixer. So let me grab a cable for that. So here's the microphone cable that we're going to be using. It's a standard XLR cable, and an XLR cable has 3 pins. Okay, it has a 3-pin connection. It gives us a positive and a negative signal, and then it adds the extra protection of a ground signal, and that really secures us in getting the best signal, low noise, usually not having any problems. So it's really more of a professional standard of a thing. So let's look at our mixer here. I'm going to get the male end here, which is this one, and notice it has a pin on top, and I'm going to simply plug it into mic. It only fits in one way. Just push it in all the way. Then I'm going to take the second part, which is what they call the female end here. This is going to go into the bottom of our microphone power adapter. I simply plug it in, and it has a click. Now to disconnect it, you'll notice it has a little button right here that you have to press in order to release. Otherwise, it doesn't really come out. The same thing almost for some mixers, it has a little button here. This one doesn't, so you have to be careful because this could easily get pulled out. So that is our thing. So now we're going to power up this mixer, and I'm going to show you some basic techniques for setting what we call a strong signal.